Today we are going to be fixing a little pernicious issue here on the throttle body, and that is that there is this weeping leak of coolant happening just below there. I don't know if you can see, but if you can, it's pretty obvious. In order to remove it, we need to remove this air box, and to do that we need to do these two clips. We need to remove this right here. We need to remove this air hose. We're going to remove this hose from where it attaches to there because it's a lot easier. Then we need to undo these screws and remove this whole assembly, also that evap tube, and then we're going to pull this up. Alright, so we have the first part of the air box here removed, and now we're going to start removing these hoses. So there's one hose right here, and this is this long hose that goes down there. So we're going to remove that and put that to the side. Then there's the brake booster hose, which we're going to pull off right there. Then there's this evap hose up here, and I believe there's one more hose right over here, which comes right under there, and then we have the throttle body cable, the accelerator cable. Okay. These hoses are a little harder. There's two air assist hoses. I believe this one and this one down there, and then the coolant hose, which more directly leads to our problem, which goes in right there. And so when you take the coolant hose out, be ready to plug it with something like a spark plug to avoid as much spillage as possible. Alright, now we've removed the throttle cable, and the easiest way to do that is just to undo this 12mm bolt right here and then put that back in so that you don't lose it or forget where it goes. And now we just have these air assist hoses and that coolant hose, and then I believe we'll be ready to remove these three 14mm bolts and remove the throttle body. Alright, update. So we've taken off the hoses. Oh, I believe I just have one air assist hose, or the air assist. So both this line and this line are both coolant lines. One, I guess, sends coolant in or coolant out, and then vice versa on the other side. Trying to trace, where does this coolant line go? So that coolant line goes down there, this coolant line goes up there, and we see that when it spewed out, it kind of spewed out all over the place. So we got some coolant down here, so we're going to try to mop that or blow it off as best as we can. But once I get that air assist hose out, I believe we'll be ready to crack these 14mm bolts and take the whole assembly off. Now you can do this job by just taking off these screws here, but we're not going to do that. I'm taking the whole thing off so I can see it better and access it much easier. So I'm going to be replacing there's a little gasket here, and then I'm going to be cleaning it out. I've cleaned it. It doesn't really need to be cleaned. I've cleaned it out pretty recently, I think within the last year or so, but for the sake of, since I'm already having to go in there and replace this gasket, then might as well just clean it all again and give it a nice fresh start. So let me remove this air assist hose, pop these 14mm bolts, and take off the throttle body.